Welcome to the Under Construction Podcast with me, Martin Williams. Here we talk about how to build or rebuild your life one step at a time. Let's get to work. And hello, everybody. My name is Martin Williams. Thank you for tuning in to Under Construction. This is episode 3, I believe. I'm doing a separate series, so I'm trying to keep up with the numbering of the episodes, but I believe it's episode 3. If not, I'll just correct it when I upload it. But today, the title is I Don't Get Paid to Argue with You. Now, on social media, social media has been a blessing for a lot of people, for a lot of businesses, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of influencers have created businesses, created income because of social media. And it's a way for us to connect with people all across the world at the touch of a button, at the click of a mouse. And it's been very, very good. And I think that social media is more positive than negative. I really do. And this is in no way saying that I will stop using social media. I won't stop using it in the foreseeable future. It is something that is of great benefit to me and great benefit to people around me and a way for me to connect with people that I may not normally get to connect with. So having said all of that, now that I got the disclaimer out of the way, there are times that social media can be really, really annoying. And part of the annoyance is this need to argue with people. There are people, it seems like they're just very contrary in their attitude. And I'm in no way saying that this isn't a part of everyday life. It's just that I don't encounter it as much in my real life as I do on social media. For instance, you might make a post, right? And you may say something that has been found to be historically true, but maybe the average person doesn't understand why. So I'm in a growth mindset group, and someone posed a question, and people have been doing this more and more to increase engagement. I get it. The question was, why aren't money skills taught in school? And my take on it was, because the school model that we practice today, especially in the United States and in most of the westernized world, was founded with the understanding that these people who went through the school system would eventually be employees, right? So, in essence, this whole idea of organized school basically was thought of, to create employees, to create workers for the factories during the time that the school was created, right? The school system, the school model that we have now was created during the Industrial Revolution, I believe, right? So, do I have exact dates? Obviously, I don't. So this person responded and said, well, do you have proof of that? Can I see several people saying this, but nobody has any proof, right? And the response kind of annoyed me, not because she wanted to find proof. It annoyed me because I felt like she felt that it was my responsibility to provide her proof, which it is not. Because there's this thing called Google, and you can Google it for yourself. I don't work for you. Like, I don't, it's not my responsibility to provide proof, of an idea. And the other thing is, most people, she's not asking that of most people. She just felt the need to ask it of me. I don't know why. And I don't really care to know why. I just decided I wasn't going to use my time to prove myself right in her eyes, this person that I don't know, this person that is not a part of my regular life, this person that may not even be real for all I know, because there's certainly people who decide that they want to be trolls and hide behind an avatar or what have you, just to agitate celebrities or just regular people. And in my opinion, it's a miserable, experience of life. It's a miserable way to live. If you are a troll, if you're someone who trolls on a regular basis, please find something more constructive to do with your time than agitate people online all day. Please do that for yourself and for the world at large. But back to my original point and back to the title of this podcast, and this is, more or less a rant. I didn't jot down any notes or any outline for this, if it isn't obvious by now. I don't get paid to argue with you, right? And that's kind of a policy that I've enacted for myself online and in my businesses and anything that I'm doing online, whether it's business wise or just personal, that's kind of company policy. I don't argue with people online anymore. I just refuse to do that. I'm just going to state my opinion. You can agree with it or not, and I'm good either way. Like, I'm good if you don't agree with it. I'm good if you think that I'm an idiot. I'm good if you think that I'm misinformed. And if you want to invest time in proving me wrong, hey, it's your 24 hours. You can do with it what you please. I'm just not going to participate. I think I'm just at the point where I'm not arguing anymore. I don't get paid for that. Okay? I get paid to bring value to the marketplace. I get paid to serve people, to serve others. And, my payment does not involve arguing with people. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a mediator. I'm not any of that. You know what I mean? Like that's my attitude. And I would definitely encourage people to take on that policy. Take on that policy of, I don't get paid to argue with you. So if you want to continue to argue, have at it. So be it. There was another instance where it was when the racial tensions were really kicking up in the high gear. And for those of you that don't know, I am African American, right? So it was a very triggering time for me, around the time that the George Floyd murder was, basically broadcast throughout the world. And people were starting to tear down statues of slave holders and Confederate soldiers, which, personally I had zero problem with, because why were they even up in the first place? But of course, that brought out the trolls, right? Especially the racist trolls. And one of these trolls, his picture was that of a brown-skinned man. He may not even have been American. He might have been American. I'm not even sure. I just kind of went by the way that he posted. It just didn't seem like English was his first language, but it's neither here nor there, right? He responded to me, when I said that I had no issue with the statues coming down. I had no issue with it. And he said, racism is just in your mind, right? It's just a very idiotic comment to make, especially to an African American person, right? And he knew what he was doing. He was trying to piss me off, which he did a little bit. I didn't get like boiling upset where, I'm like kicking stuff in my house or anything. But I told him, yeah, sure, it's in my mind, but, catch this block though, right? So I blocked him. And, I usually don't block people because I'm like, whatever. Say whatever it is you're on your mind. The mute button I love. I use that mute button, though. I use that mute button like it's nobody's business. Because it's like people can just kind of talk to themselves and, you've basically moved on, which is fine. You know what I mean? Like, either way. But, he said that. And to me, what he was really trying to do, he was trying to agitate me, but what he was really trying to do, he was trying to get me into an argument, right? And I've really, like I said, I've really just kind of gotten to the point where I'm done arguing online. I'm done with it. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy, and nothing gets solved. We're not solving anything by arguing online. We're not solving a thing. And that's on either side. Even if your political views are the same as mine, your views of society are the same as mine, we're not aligned in that either as far as when it comes to arguing. Because there are people who believe what I believe, and they like to argue too, and I'm not with it either. Like, I'm at the point where waste of time, waste of energy. I don't get paid to argue. We're not gonna, you can keep arguing, but I'm not gonna argue with you. Like, you can just kind of keep on and, have fun with that. And that's really where I am, because there's been several times when people have tried to engage me with, just really this nonsense views that have no bearing on anything, have no basis. There's no basis in anything that they're arguing. It's just a belief that they have, which is fine. You're free to have your beliefs, but it's like they feel like it's worth it to spend all day tweeting back and forth, trying to change my mind about something. You're not going to change my mind about it, first of all, not through a tweet. Second of all, why are you so invested in doing this? What are you getting out of it? I'm very interested to find out, like, what these people actually do in their real life. Like, do you really have a family? Or do you really have children? Do you really have the amount of time that it takes to really just argue with people all day long on social media? I would be interested in finding that out. But other than that, that's my policy. It's been awesome. It's worked out tremendous. I'm just a happier person overall, because I'm done. I'm done arguing. Like, if you want to, if you think men are trash, hey, Godspeed. I'm all for it. You know what I mean? Like, you feel that way. You feel like men are trash, and men are toxic, and just some of the stuff that you see online. And there's men that say that about women too. So it's not gender specific. But I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to go online and say, all men aren't trash. I mean, the fact that you even have to say that tells me the type of person that I'm dealing with, and it's really not the type of person that I'm going to invest time in trying to change their mind. Because either they're so far gone that they believe that, or they're just trying to agitate. And it's probably more so the latter than anything else. They're just trying to agitate people and get attention and get followers and get likes and whatnot. And that's fine. You can do that. I just decided I wasn't going to participate anymore. And it's been beautiful. So back to your regularly scheduled programming. Next time I will be talking more along the lines of what this podcast is really supposed to be about, which is about personal development and helping you live your ideal life. But I just wanted to get that off my chest. And I hope that you have an amazing day. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. You can do so on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud. And all the links can be found at guidedexpressions.com/podcast with an S. And I will talk to you soon. Don't forget to subscribe to the Under Construction podcast on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud. For more information on Guided Expressions courses and products, go to guidedexpressions.com/products.